Sawadee krap, it's Thursday, March 15th. I'm JP Mestanza, and this is Phuket Extra, bringing you the latest news from Phuket and the region. One of the two survivors in the fatal small aircraft crash remains comatose at Bashira Phuket Hospital's intensive care unit, while the second person has finally been discharged from the ICU. The two survivors, 19-year-old Adel Sumai and 19-year-old Orawan Jindarak, were sitting in the back seat of the small plane when it crashed near the Phuket Air Park last Saturday that killed 68-year-old pilot Watanatin Pangna and 67-year-old First Lieutenant Narin Tawiwat, both of the Talang Technical College. While Orawan had been discharged from the ICU, she did suffer a broken back and will remain in the hospital as she learns how to walk again, while the other survivor, Adele, has a host of broken bones but is stable in a comatose state. Both survivors are aviation students who were chosen to board the small aircraft for the flight last Saturday. Meanwhile, funeral rites continue for the two pilots and co-pilot who died in the crash. An investigation into what caused the tragic incident is still ongoing. In addition to facing 9 charges related to illegal poaching, the head of the massive Italian-Thai construction company, Premchai Karnasuta, he met with police yesterday and is denying 3 new charges. Facing fresh charges of illegal possession of firearms, illegal possession of elephant ivory, and bribery, they've been pressed against the 63-year-old construction tycoon as he denies all of them, saying he was not the one who killed the Black Panther in a case that's been making headlines nationwide. Back on February 4th, Premchai, along with 3 others, they were found in a campsite in a prohibited zone at the Tungyai Naresuan Wildlife Sanctuary, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where authorities also found several carcasses of protected animals, including the rare Black Panther and Indo-Chinese leopard. If found guilty, all men faced over 20 years in prison, although Premchai has now been released on 300,000 baht bail. And despite slamming into a police officer with his Ferrari, dragging his body for several meters, killing him, the heir of the Red Bull dynasty in Thailand, Boss Uvidya, is no longer wanted by Interpol apparently. The now 33-year-old scion of the company, Boss Red Bull as he's known, he's never spent a day in prison following the incident that took place in September of 2012, nearly 6 years ago, and he's been repeatedly failing to meet with prosecutors in Thailand, which prompted authorities to work with Interpol to catch him. Well, it looks as though Interpol red notice for Boss Red Bull, which was an international request to arrest and extradite the accused cop killer back to Thailand. It's been taken down from the Interpol website, which, according to Interpol, would only happen if A, he's either arrested or has died, B, the country withdrew its request, or C, if the status has been cancelled or changed on its own. Meanwhile, the Bangkok Post spoke with Royal Thai Police spokesman Krisana Patanacharoen, who said that Thailand has not requested any changes and they don't know why it was taken down. If he's found and brought back to Thailand to face justice, Boss Red Bull faces just 10 years in jail for allegedly killing a cop, since the statute of limitations on most of the charges have already expired. And we'll be back right after these words. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. And results from a new study claim that tiny plastic particles are seeping into brand name bottles of water all around the world, including right here in Thailand. Widespread contamination is the name of the study done by leading microplastic researcher Sherry Mason at the State University of New York, where they tested 250 water bottles from all over the world, including Brazil, the US, Mexico, and Thailand, 93% of which were found to have plastics in the water. Name brands like Nestle, Pure Life, Aquafina, Evian, and San Pellegrino were tested, as results show that plastic debris like nylon, polypropylene, and other synthetic chemicals, with some reports making the connection between the contamination and increases in conditions like ADHD, autism, and even a lower sperm count. A 21-year-old Thai man is being charged for assaulting an 82-year-old man in Bangkok in the middle of the street on Tuesday, as this video shows. CCTV footage captured the moment in which 21-year-old Narathon Suiyang and 82-year-old Jarun Mispan had both crossed paths on this narrow street in Ding Dang in Bangkok, where Narathon fell once his bike hit the other man's bike. But moments later, he's seen running behind the old man, kicking him, punching him, and then hitting him again once he's on the ground. While Jarun was able to get to the hospital to recover, where he remains, the video was posted hours later on Tuesday evening, and by Wednesday, police tracked Narathon down and arrested him. While the man did apologize, police noted that he might be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, as he's already been arrested before on suspicion of assault. It took 10 people to hold this huge python that was found in southern Thailand, as photos emerged at one of the biggest snakes found in the wild this region. The massive python was found curled up by a termite mound, according to reports, in a rubber tree plantation in Suratani by a laborer, and it was an astounding 5.5 meters in length and weighed 100 kilograms. It took 30 minutes and 3 people to pull the snake out once it was discovered, and after a photo session, workers later released it back into the wild. We want to thank you for watching Phuket Extra today. To see any of these stories or to stay up to date, visit thephuketnews.com or check out the links below. Until tomorrow, stay classy, Phuket.
Patong's favorite steakhouse for the past 20 years. For more, find Sam's Steaks and Grill on Facebook. When you think of steaks, think Sam's.